We're going to dig into a really powerful idea today, how a simple shift in the way you see things can literally change your life, especially when you hit that phase we call midlife.
Okay, so first, we have to get our heads around this foundational idea. Let's call it the perception principle. Basically, it's the idea that your reality isn't really shaped by what happens to you, but by the story you tell yourself about what happens to you.
You see, it all boils down to this really simple but kind of profound truth. Your life changes when you change how you see it. That's it. It's not about changing your job or your house first. Nope. The real deep change, that stuff always starts on the inside. I mean, think about it. You've definitely seen this play out, right? You have two people and they are facing the exact same situation. Maybe it's a job loss, a big birthday, or the kids finally moving out. And yet, they have completely different outcomes. One person is absolutely crushed by it. The other, they somehow find an opportunity in it. One feels like it's the end of the world, and the other feels like it's a brand new beginning. So that brings up the big question, doesn't it? Why? I mean, if the event is identical, why are their experiences so totally different? Well, the answer is perception. It's that invisible filter you see the entire world through. It's not the situation itself that matters, it's the meaning you give it. And that meaning, that interpretation, well, that's what creates your reality. And it works kind of like a domino effect. See, it all kicks off with a thought. That thought then sparks an emotion. That emotion then drives you to act or not act. And all of those actions added up over time, that's what builds the life you're living. So let's take this big idea and apply it to something we've all heard about, midlife. You know, we're always told it's a crisis, right? But what if it's not? What if it's actually a catalyst for something amazing? And this right here, this is the heart of it. Midlife itself isn't the issue. It's our perception of it that's the real problem. It's the story we've been sold, that it's all about decline, loss, and, a big old crisis. But what if that whole story is just plain wrong? And that brings us to this really important pivot, a reframe that honestly changes the whole game. It's about ditching the whole idea of starting over and embracing something way more powerful, starting wiser. Let's break that down. The old story, starting over, makes you focus on everything you've lost. It kind of makes your past feel like a failure, and it feels like taking a huge step backwards. But this new story, starting wiser, that's all about what you've learned. Your past isn't a failure. No way. It's the foundation you're building on now. It doesn't feel like a step back at all. It feels like you're leveling up. Okay, so this sounds great, right? But how do we actually do it? How do we make that pivot from the old, depressing story to the new, empowering one? Well, it turns out there's a simple 4-step process you can use. Here's how it works. Step 1 is just to become aware. Just notice those automatic negative thoughts when they pop into your head. That's it. Step 2, question your beliefs. Don't just accept that thought as the gospel truth. Ask it. Are you 100% true? Is there maybe another way to look at this? Step 3 is to reframe. This is where you actively choose a better feeling thought. You literally swap "I'm starting over" for "I'm starting wiser." And finally, step 4, practice gratitude. Focus on what you do have, all the wisdom, the experience, the strengths that you've earned. And when you start doing this, when you really practice this 4-step reframe, something incredible starts to happen. Your inner world starts to shift. And then, almost like magic, your outer world starts to transform too. I love this. It's such a powerful way to look at any challenge, really. That feeling of being stuck, that's just a perception. What if you just decided to see it as a redirection? Like the universe is giving you a little nudge towards a path that's actually a better fit for the person you are today. So here's the bottom line. When you change the lens you look at your life through, the life you're looking at completely changes. It is the single most powerful tool you have for creating a future that you're actually excited to live. And that kind of leaves us with a little challenge, doesn't it? Not for tomorrow, not for next week, for right now. What's one belief, one old story that's been holding you back that you can choose to reframe today? Look, shifting your perception isn't a one-and-done kind of thing. It's a practice. It's a muscle you build. So think of this as a little reminder of just how much power you really have. The journey to change your reality, it's all yours. And it starts right now.